the more knowledge we have, the more intelligent we are in what we're speaking about, the less kooky we're going to seem, because frankly some people think that vegans are kooky. Hey, this is Dean the Green Machine, and this is my more serious channel about vegan activism and research and, backgrounds. Yeah, it's just more, I don't know, we'll see how it evolves. It's like one of my first videos for it. I've got a few other channels. One is called Vegan Funny, which is totally comedy and slapstick stuff and satire and poking fun at ourselves as vegans. I think I need that channel for my own sanity as well. And the other channel I have is Vegan Tastes Good, which is my kind of a family-oriented, foodie kind of channel, with some facts and stuff. My family is getting involved more in that. Okay, so I'm going to get to this now, my first little project. There is a YouTuber called the Vegan Transition in the East Coast, opposite side of Canada for me, pretty much as far opposite as the side of Canada as you can get. I'm on Victoria and Vancouver Island, which is almost at the western edge of Canada. And I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. I'll have to go back and check. But the Vegan Transition, her Instagram is the Frog Queen. I take it she likes frogs. Anyways, this young woman started this project called Warp. Nothing to do with Star Trek or the speed of the Enterprise, but it has to do with Worldwide Agricultural Research Project. She had this very fascinating video document she made where she went to a chicken farmer, which was considered a free-range chicken farmer. And it's pretty surprising to see exactly what this free-range really is all about. Not really what I expected, and probably not what a lot of people expected. She did it very non-judgmentally. She had a video afterward where she commented on how she felt, and that's very valuable and needed. During the video, she was interviewing for an hour the guy who ended up in this career and ended up farming chickens for meat, harvesting chickens for meat, whatnot. That was very interesting, and she is inviting people from around the world to do a similar thing, to do some research, find out about the food chain in your area, or the food grocery chain, the meat agricultural chain. So I'm very actually lucky. I live on Vancouver Island, which is an island. There's not quite 1 million people on the island. Very large island though. And there are some interesting facts, just as I start digging in at the very top of the surface here, I'm discovering some interesting facts. There's a link I'll put below. This was some kind of a council that researched this or something, and there's some facts that I kind of gleaned there. The most surprising thing, okay, so 50 years ago, we're almost 1 million people on Vancouver Island, 85% of the island's food was produced by its own farmers. 85%. Today, it's about 7%. Why the huge difference? I don't know. I'd like to find out, and I find it interesting. This report was trying to promote the idea of upping that number to making us more self-sufficient, and it was very quick to point out that even if we did that, 85% of the land use would be serving dairy and meat. So 85% is just to cover the animals. Obviously, to grow food for the animals, and part of it is for the animals themselves too. But that's a huge thing, a huge statistic to consider. And the writer or researcher said that if people got their proteins from plant sources like beans, legumes, whatever, that they could greatly reduce that 85%, which is used toward just for animals and meat and dairy, and then they could free up so much more land for growing healthy vegetables and whatnot for us to. I feel excited to be on Vancouver Island for that reason, to be on an island at all. The idea that we're so dependent now on trucking in, on ferrying in so much food. And if we had a major calamity and we were all stuck in this island, and boats were far and few between, and we were kind of cut off from the mainland, we would not last very long. It's kind of scary. So there's the idea of self-sufficiency, the built-in idea that we need to be efficient in how we use the land and how we take care of it, and also our eating habits influence greatly the availability of food for everybody. So that's sort of the start of my project. I guess I'll throw up a screenshot of the chart that shows the island as it would be divided up in all the ways what would be grown. Very detailed. It goes beyond what I understand. I'm not a farm scientist or anything, although that goes in the family. My wife has an uncle who was a farm scientist and worked for the Canadian government on designing or involved with wheat and growing wheat and different breeds and probably all kinds of stuff, maybe even to GMOs, I don't know. So I looked into, okay, well I thought I'd look, what about slaughterhouses? Okay, let's skip the slaughterhouses right away. I think more important, first we'll go right to the friendlier part of the agricultural industry, which is the farms. And for example, this one, which is Wind Horse Farm, grass-fed finished beef sold through Terra Nasa Farm in Mill Bay. So they don't directly retail it, but they raise, and I'd like to find out, go to that farm, maybe bring the kids, interview the couple there. So, and then we'll that'll be an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching. Keep alert, keep your ears to the ground, be conscious. Meat farming is not going to disappear tomorrow, unfortunately, but understanding how it all happens, it empowers us because it gives us a bigger picture of the whole industry, and certainly if we're encouraging people to go vegan, the more knowledge we have, the more intelligent we are in what we're speaking about, the less kooky we're going to seem, because frankly some people think that vegans are kooky, and some vegans are kind of kooky, to be honest. But anyways, let's change that. Let's not be kooky. Let's be grounded. Let's be intelligent. Let's be discerning. Let's be perceptive. Let's have ideas. Let's have some ideas and have conversations and not be invisible and talk to these farmers. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Ciao.